Michelle Baine is a daughter to Jane and Gregory Baine. She is the brand manager at Roke Telekom. I've been working here for close to 3 years. You don't need my age, I'm not going to say that. I'd like to think that marketing chose me, and like I said, it's a friend to many, I would like to say, and it put me in a position to want to help people, to do something, relate with people, a people person. I studied PR, so it made sense. I think being ideal is relative, I would like to say. And if you know that you're doing the right thing, if you feel it in your soul, so to say, if you're doing the right thing. And people say a lot that if you're passionate about something that you love, you never have to work a day in your life. So I think that that's something that I go by. In my career, let's say, because I did work at an advertising agency, so I would like to say I was satisfied most when I nailed a brief. So if my client actually said something to me and told me this, and I came back and gave them exactly what they wanted, then I felt like I was most satisfied, I think, yeah. But you can never really be satisfied. I think because you keep on, well, the industry keeps on changing, and you keep on growing, it's dynamic, so yeah, I don't think you want to be satisfied. You keep on changing and growing and making yourself better, I think. I'm a hugger, so I feel like treating people kind and being honest with people and telling people how you feel is very important. I'm really someone who wears her heart on her sleeve, even at work. People know when I'm upset. Anyway, yeah, so that's one. So be kind and be honest. Hard work, of course, is another one, because there's really nowhere that you can go without working hard. And I would like to say also taking risks. I take a lot of risks, a lot of the time. And people say that it's a bad thing, but I would like to say that you don't do anything if you don't take risks. Everything is for taking risks, even at work, in your personal life, that kind of thing. I think staying current, like I said, the industry that we're in right now is very dynamic. You can't stay static, everything is changing. And from a time where traditional media was the best way to communicate to people, I mean, a billboard. If you didn't have a billboard, who are you? You know what I mean? But now, it's more like, it needs to be more personal, which is why I started working, or why I fell in love with advertising and marketing in the first place. It's very tailored for you. So if you're not speaking to a particular person and you don't feel like you're speaking to me as a person, I mean, if you're, like, I want to use, like, name brands in Uganda, but it needs to speak to me. You need to get my emotion out. And if you don't stay with that, and people always, like, I mean, like, you like something today, you're using let's say a skin product today, and tomorrow it's not working for you, but you don't feel like it's speaking to you, so you have to move to the next one. And if you're not very specific as an advertiser, and you don't tell people what you're actually offering them, then you've missed the point. And I mean, people do that more on digital now, because everyone's on their phone, on their laptop, and yeah, so I think being dynamic and staying in the game. Knowing the people that you work with is important. I always, like I said, it's not a big team that I have right now, but the people that I work with, I keep them involved in all the decision making and getting their opinion on things, and, you know, getting them invested in what you're invested in, because if they don't believe what you believe, then there's really nothing that you're doing. So I think getting to know them also. I'm a hugger, I said that. So building a relationship with them is important, and caring about the things they care about, so they can care about the stuff you care about. have many, but I'm going to single out on one. And I love Paulo Coelho, so anything by Paulo Coelho is my favorite quote. But the one that speaks most to me right now is, you know, the world is, I post it all the time, the world is full of nice people, but if you can't find one, then you should be one. There are really so many, but okay, first, career-wise, I think any moment or any time that I don't get something right, because as a brand manager, you're a custodian of a brand, right? So if anything goes wrong, that's embarrassing for me. If my boss sees something that I didn't see, then I've really failed, and that's embarrassing, because I mean, you studied this stuff, then you're supposed to be the expert, and then you're not. So that's embarrassing in terms of career-wise. And personally, I don't want to tell you this, but okay, one of my most embarrassing moments was in, see, I don't want to say it, but I will, was in, I think I was in S3, and I was hit by a whole bicycle. Yeah. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I was hit by a bicycle, and I have a phobia for bicycles now. Not a boda, a bike, a whole bike. And it was so embarrassing. Okay, no, that was painful, but the most embarrassing part about it was I came back from like treatment or whatever after being hit by a bike. And the joke was, because we were on a hill, right? So I was thinking, trying to be a savior. So I was like 3 chicks, and this bike lost control and then came. So I pushed my friend out of the way, pushed the other friend out of the way. And then it really came for me. And I think I lost consciousness, I don't remember. But when I got back from the hospital or whatever, like I was away for like 2 weeks, and the joke was that a bicycle hit Michelle and she really rolled down the hill and met the gate guy. I told you how I like hugging, right? So apparently I rolled down the hill, stopped, hugged the gate guy, and continued rolling into school. It was the most embarrassing story ever, absolutely, but I mean, it's with me now, till now. I have a tiny scar, but yeah. I told the world about my most embarrassing moment. Thanks, Pulse, for her. I did it. Yeah. In terms of my career, I don't think anyone is really where they want to be at any one point. I mean, you can be comfortable then and in the moment, but I think you always want to get better. And even if people get comfortable where they are, and then just settle. So I don't want to reach a point where I'm just settling. And I'm not saying that I'm not happy now. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be where I am right now. And with all the hard work that you do and all the people that you meet and the opportunities that they give you, it's a good thing. But you have to keep on wanting more for yourself. You know what I mean? And you keep on growing and you keep on learning, and marketing is dynamic as hell. Like, it's not something that you can just get now and finish. You can never finish with it. So I would say that I'm very fortunate for where I am and what I'm doing and the people I'm doing it for. I mean, they've trusted me with, you know, guarding their brand and putting their brand out there. And I mean, but you want to work for bigger companies, bigger names, bigger people, and also eventually become a brand yourself. I don't think I'm a brand yet. I really believe in taking risks. Like, I can't say it enough, and I tell people all the time, you need to get out of your comfort zone and break out of a box. And whatever people or society has told us, it's not necessarily written in stone. Like, it doesn't fly the normal way that it, like, there's no, I mean, God laughs when we're making plans. I say that all the time, because you have you have things that you're thinking about, but I mean, things could go left. And if you don't take those risks, then there's really nothing you're living for. I mean, the first time I got a job, I wrote to an MD of an ad agency, randomly. Like, I think I wrote like at 5 in the morning. I just said, hi friend. I was like, listen, I really like your company. I really, really do. Here's my CV. I graduated in April, I think it was 2014, I think. And I mean, he replied. He was well, not my first boss, but he was really, really inspirational for me. I mean, he replied to an email from an 23-year-old. Who does that? But I mean, if I hadn't, then I probably wouldn't be here today. And I got to work with a huge brand. And my very first job, it was baptism by fire, but it was, it was great. It was great, yeah.